Good morning, BJ and Joe on about on the Recumbents. Actually, it's noon, so good afternoon. We had to try to find our way to the Homestead Trail because the normal way that you would get there is really hard to get to. This is a very old, beat-up trail. I mean, it's beat up badly. And so we went to try to find a way around, but they've added a whole bunch of new walking pathways and that kind. They're not wide enough, you know, really, they're just barely wide enough for a trike. So we had quite the journey just getting here. But yeah, now we're coming up on I believe we can go under the bridge here. Okay. Crud. There we go. Man, even two wasn't enough. Okay, so we got to do this the hard way. Okay. I got to turn this off because there's just no room. Okay. All right, come on, turn, damn you. Don't get so freaking close. Joe has a real bad habit of just sneaking right up on you and trying to turn two 90-degree corners at one time. And I'm still not anywhere near where I need to be. Oh, dang, I'm in the wrong gear. Let's see if I can make this corner. It's gonna be hard. Okay, we made it. Oh my goodness. Man, they haven't touched this trail in 15 years. Now we got this really rough, yeah, now you know, you understand why we don't do this trail very often anymore. Why we gave it up, because it's really terrible. Okay. This wasn't quite as bad as I thought, so. Okay. Yeah, I think on the way back we could probably go down the bridge and go up without any problems. Just trying to, that angle was just horrible. Like Joe was saying, you know, my rear, oh, here comes a deer. A little deer too. Hello, deer. How are you, buddy? Yeah, he's he or she is a fawn. They sure are hoppy. Yeah, so, as you can see, this trail is brutal. But this is the worst part. Once you get up past all this old nasty asphalt, which, you know, it'd actually be better if they took it out and left it dirt. It really would. Or get off their cheap, the city needs to get off their cheap butt and, you know, and do this trail and make it so you can get to it without having to, yeah, probably would have been smarter next time if we do this. What we'll do is we'll go all the way up South Carefree till we get to Whimsical Court and then turn down that way. Howdy? Good, have a good day.
You too.
Yeah, this is where a full suspension trike would really be nice. But yeah, Joe's back there. Like I said, this is one rough old trail, boy. I seriously don't think they've touched this in 15, 20 years. Just ridiculous. Oh man. Whew. Now you know why people don't do this trail, because it's horribly brutal. Not too bad here. You know, there's no reason they can't come, you know, and lay another, lay a layer of asphalt down here, except for they're cheap. I'm sorry, but sometimes the city's just cheap. Because, I mean, this isn't all that bad, so if they filled in all that other junk, we'd be fine. Because once you get up to a certain point, the trail turns to concrete. And it's concrete all the way to where as far as we can go. Well, not quite. It turns back to dirt in the very last part before you hit the overlook. Like I said, this is the Homestead Trail. Well, at least I think it's the Homestead Trail. Maybe this part actually isn't, but where the concrete starts, that is the Homestead Trail. And I mean, it's a great trail. It's got all kinds of really good views, you know. Yeah, see, as we're coming up here on the other side of this street is, oh boy, there's a mud. Oh, yuck. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. We have a giant mud puddle. Well, this is going to be fun. So we're going off-road here. We're going to get way high. Get over in the weeds. Try to stay out of all that damn mud. Yeah. So it goes from mud to where the asphalt's finally just given away to, you know. And you can see just how terrible shape this thing. Okay, this is Ora Blanca Drive, and it even says the Homestead Trail. Yeah, they considered this part of the homestead. Howdy. But it sure is a rough, mean, nasty trail till you get here. All right. Finally, on the good part. Yay. Oh, I should have geared down before I dropped the level. But like I said, the views up here are fantastic. But just getting to it is like impossible. I think what we're going to do when we go back is we're going to go back down Oro Blanco Drive and see where it will take us. See if maybe it will take us to where we can catch a main drag going back down to Academy Boulevard. And then we'd know how far up we have to go to catch it. And we wouldn't have to do that super rough part. But the city just needs to just suck it up and go re-asphalt that. That's just ridiculous. In fact, when I get back, I'm going to send a very scathing letter to the city and just really give them a hard time because, well, they deserve it. And the only problem here is that this is really thin. You know, it's not really designed for a trike, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm going to get on the horn and really give the city all kinds of crud. They really need to get off their butt and do something. It's just ridiculous. You can see, you know, this needs to be cleaned and swept out. And I think that was Penrose Park North. I don't know, it might not be. I should have looked at that sign. But, you know, they got a little playground here. They got a couple little playgrounds, and one of them I think's got a basketball court somewhere. But yeah, this is howdy. Morning. This is why we, you know, this part of the trail is great, man. But that first part, that is nasty. That is just really, and there's, like I said, you know, they've got a machine, a little asphalt machine for trails. And, you know, they don't want to asphalt because, you know, they'll tell you somewhere in, you know, a million years they're going to concrete. But I mean, we've been waiting for 15 or 20 years and they still haven't done it. So it's not on their agenda.
Thank you.
And the problem is I can't really ding my bell because I've got this camera in my hand. Okay, I don't know what street we're on. We got a street crossing here, a very manual, so it must not be a major street, because all the major ones they've let's see, and now all the concrete's gone away. Although I think it goes back to concrete. It's just it's asphalt in certain places, and although this isn't terrible, it's still totally, you know, cracked and rutted, and as you can tell by the way the trike is bouncing around. And remember, we have Big Apple tires, you know, the balloon type tires, and we run them at 40 psi. Just to see that C-130 up there? One just flew by too. Okay. All right. But yeah, you know, we don't get up this way, and we're always, most of the time we show you guys the same old trails over and over. So I thought we'd go ahead and pop this one in here. But like I said, I think when we go back, we're gonna fly down Ora Blanca and find out where it ends, and hope it's not a dead end. Because up north here, this is the more northern part of Colorado Springs. It can get they have a lot of dead end streets. I mean, an amazing amount of dead end streets. Afternoon?
Yeah.
And the views, though, the view is what makes it worth it. Check this out. Getting to be even better over here. Joe hasn't caught up yet. I'll have to wait for her over here. Get over here so I can get you guys a little better view. Yeah, there we go. And it's the northern part of, oh, there she is. Didn't take her long to catch up. And now we're going got another intersection down here. Hey Joe, I'm going to let you go by so you can catch the light. Go by so you, okay. Didn't know if you could hear me. Yeah. That's my chirpy brake. Anytime I have to use a single brake, I should be using the GoPro 4. I did remount it. I decided till I can get another better camera, you know, that has a stabilization factor, I'm going to go ahead and use the GoPro 4 and then use the barely worthwhile stabilization program on my video production software. This is Homestead Trail. Yeah, it's weird how they never put a sign. Okay. Oh, Joe hit that perfect for us, man. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Here's the one with the basketball court. This one doesn't have a playground though. It's just a basketball court and a volleyball court. But we got some heavy climbing coming up here. Like I said, we thought we'd try to bring you one that we're not going to bring you very often. I guess you do have a new playground down there though, so that's nice. Get up to 3. Hello? Nice thing about here is it's much wider than yeah, it's much wider than the other part. Hello, thank you. But yeah, like I said, we can only go so far because there's a spot, once we go, I don't know what the elementary school's name is, but once we go past that school, there's a little overlook, but the trail going from there is totally unsafe for trikes. It's got, you know, multiple pitches, and it's all dirt, and it's not dirt, it's slick rock, you know, slick gravel the whole way. So it's not something you want to do on a trike. You could easily tip over. The sad thing about all this is that if the city would get off their buns and invest the money, this would be a great, excellent loop, because you could start on the Rock Island and then catch the Homestead Trail north. Once they actually put in they need to put in a trail, and then either go under a trail off of Rock Island, and then they need to either go under or over Constitution Avenue. But they've had years and years and years and years and years and years of you know, where they could be yeah, my battery's really gone down. It's not good. Time I get home, I'm gonna have to do a serious charge on my battery. I thought for sure I'd only done one ride, but I do have to admit, ever since I changed to 5, it seems like it uses a lot more battery power than it did when it was set at 9. I was trying to figure out how to put it back to 9, but it must be some secret code or something, because I can't find the screen. So when we get our ball joints in, I'm going to have them put it back to 9. I think it'll be more compatible with Joe's, because it will bring you know, I'll have to go up a higher gear to get to the E-assist for the heavy inclines. Yeah, because right now I'm down in 2, and I'm pulling 355 watts, but I've only got went up to 36 volts. It was down to 34, and it's a 36 volt system, so I'm draining. The only good thing is we got a lot more downhill going back than we do coming up. This is another. Yeah, it's so weird they don't put street signs on here so you know what street you're on. Oh, there it is. No, that says Homestead Trail. That don't help us at all. Yeah, now we got to go up a big hill, and I don't have a lot of battery power. So I'm going to be second wind by the time we get home. I'll probably have to you know, go to no battery power whatsoever somewhere before we get home. Oh, come on, lights. It's the only bad thing about these cross lights. They take forever to get going. mean, there's been more than enough gap. And of course, I got myself where I can't reach the light. Okay, let's go. Gotta go, 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 go. Okay, I got it on 2, so that's all I'm gonna go up. It's 2. Joe will probably go up to 3 or 4. That's where Joe's, 750 watt system is good. Although it's the 48 volt battery she's got. She's got a newer 48 volt battery, and I only have a 36 volt. Yeah, like I said, just to give you bearings, we're on the Homestead Trail. We're heading north, at least in the north direction. We can only go so far, and that'll be the end of the video. So it's going to be a rather short video today, but like I said, just wanted to do something a little different. If we have video on the way back, I'll probably just do a non-talking section and put in some music, so you guys don't have to listen to me blubber all the time and complain. Yeah, well, I'll be 70 August 5th. I'm a veteran, I'm a voter, and I'm a native of Colorado Springs. So if that doesn't give me the right to complain, I don't know what is. I don't know what would. Like I said, if you didn't vote, you can't complain. If you voted and the wrong guy got in, like it is now, then you can complain. Or if you voted for the guy in now, well, then you can be happy. Yeah, because there's a piece up here we got to go, and it kind of divides itself off, and we have to use a little bit of a cul-de-sac area of street to get back over to the trail. It's almost 12:30 Mountain Standard Time. Give you a little back view here. Joe must have rocked up to 4. She just went flying up the hill there for a minute. I even got out of 2, and I'm still pulling all kinds. Yeah, my battery's all the way down to half. Straight! Yeah, I guess I should have charged my battery. I really didn't think I'd need to. Yeah, I really didn't think I'd need to. Yeah, even my gauge is down to half. Oh, well, we made it to the school already. Go around, Joe. Yeah. Oh, well, we were further than I thought we were. I thought we had a ways to go. This is I don't even know what elementary school it is. I don't have a clue. Once you get up north here, Joe and I are lost. We're south and southeasters. We don't do, we only ride north, and only so far. Now here's some more of the killer view here, except for these stupid trees that are in the way. But you can darn near see the whole north end. Wow, they built all these apartments since the last time we were up here. I don't know if they're apartments or townhomes. Kind of sucks for these guys, because one way you're having to look at a hillside and a school, and the other way you're looking at a busy street, shopping area, and more apartments. So not exactly the world's best view. Yeah, Pikes Peak over there, although we're having to look through a fence. And we got a lot of clouds today, which you know, keeps the temperature down, which is no problem, but it was only supposed to be like a 1% chance of rain. So it wasn't supposed to rain today. Oh, nice, they put a porta potty over there. Isn't that great? They didn't used to have one. Of course, it's baseball season, so that's probably why it's there. Because there's a baseball diamond here. Yeah, it looks like they're building more apartments. All they do is build in this town. It's crazy. To your right. Veer right. I couldn't think of the word veer. Wow, maybe I went the wrong way. You almost got yourself a gardener snake. Man, these dang grasshoppers. Huh. Well, I'm going to quote a line from The Lord of the Rings, where Gandalf says, I have no memory of this place. I thought from the school we went right to the dirt. Maybe this is new. What are we on? We are on Ridge. I didn't even know there was a ridge. It might be Flint Ridge. Okay. Okay, up the hill. Yeah, definitely gonna have to put a heavy charge on the battery. Well, the only problem is, you know, you come out, you know, you use the battery, and you know, you were mostly on the flats, so you know, it uses. Now you figure, oh well, I'm okay, and then, like a dummy, you don't charge it, and because you think you got enough for another ride, but then you go pull a hilly ride like this one, which of course uses what? More battery. So, but I really thought I had a bit more battery than I have. So far, it hasn't dropped like a rock when we've gone up the hill, so that's good. So it's still hanging in there. And it's gone back up to like 3/4. It is strange because I guess it's just that's when to pull. Okay, well, yeah, I guess I was wrong. Because this is just part of. Okay, veer to your right. Yeah, this is where we use the trail because the street, the cul-de-sac here, because the trail is a dirt pile mess. At least the last time I was on it, it was. So we get back on the trail over here. This is a good view of Pikes Peak once we get past this van. Okay. Now you can see this is where the dirt trail comes out, right here. Okay, and then we're back on the trail here. Now we're back to the old, okay, now we're just about at the end now. So yeah, I just kind of forgot where the school was in relationship to the end of the ride. As you can see, we're back on the nasty bumpy asphalt. Although this stuff isn't too bad. Although except for right here, it's a bit on the rough side. Jeez. Yeah. Oh. I got to set myself free. I got to. You make me laugh and you make me cry. Afternoon. I believe it's time. Okay. All right. So this is where it turns back to dirt. And I got my squeaky brake. It's really dirty and gravelly. Okay, yeah, we're just about to the end point right here. Okay, let it coast. Okay, up, back, back, back. Yeah, I'm turning around my trike. Okay. All right. I'm going to let Jill get out of her trike and come here and grab the camera from me, because I want to show you this, why we won't go any further, because this trail here is just twisty-turny each way. It's all slick gravel. Yeah, that's just not a place for a trike. But that's how you, this trail I'm going to show you is how you would continue to go as far as you can go north on the Homestead Trail. Yeah, you can see right here just how steep this thing starts out. And I don't know about you, but when you get on this kind of gravelly dirt, it just, and you have to, because the trikes only have front brakes, so it makes the wheels want to slide out from under you. Yeah, you can see how rutted and nasty this trail is. Big banks. Yeah, I got my sandals on, so I don't want to climb down anymore. I don't know if I get back up. But yeah, so like I said, thanks for coming along. Just in case we don't do any more, we probably will, but just in case we don't, thanks for coming along. We really appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, and share this video. With anybody you feel might like it. Go over here and catch the little bit of a panorama here. Yeah, like I said, I call this area the Overlook. All right, well, for BJ and Joando, I see there's a couple that came up, but they've got the mountain bikes, and on a mountain bike I used to do it, but I'm not going to do it on a Joe over here. No, look at me. Look at the camera. Okay, from BJ and Joando, out and about on the Recumbents. Till we see you next time, happy trails. Bye.